From the Dramatic Capture series, it is the Cybertron Chase set. Yes, even though it has incredible artwork on the front, this was never actually the scene in More Than Meets the Eye Episode 1. But it's still cool to see them in their Cybertronian forms, in this artwork, and it even shows them on the back. So this was put out by Takara Tomy. It came in this ugly black box, which is why I took it out to show it to you. And we're going to go through it and we're going to actually compare it to the original releases to see what's the difference. Or is it just a way to get more money out of my pocket and into Hasbro's? Or is it a little of both? But we're going to have fun with this. Now, before I go too much further, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video, Toy Hacks. Toy Hacks does amazing labels, replacements for G1s. And as you can see over here, you can take your Onyx Prime and make him look incredible, whatever creature he happens to be. But they have enhancement stickers, they have replacement stickers, they have an armory, they have backdrops. It's a great site for any Transformers collector. Check them out at toyhacks.com. But we're here to talk about something much more dramatic, the Cybertron Chase set. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle, welcome aboard. If you've been watching for a while, thanks for coming back, very awesome of you. And we'll have fun with some Cybertronian forms. Be right back. Okay, so I've gotten these guys all in their original forms, and I've reviewed them, but I will probably do quick reviews on these guys in case you haven't seen those videos. So we're gonna take this very nice sleeve and put it aside. Not gonna toss it as I usually do because I might wanna save the box because this is from Japan and usually you can put the stuff back in if you want to. You know, good for storage if, you know, you don't want to display it. And Sky, of course, loves More Than Meets the Eye and loves me. So why would she not be in this video? Yes, lick me, not the cardboard. Come on. But the cardboard itself, just to show you, has kind of blueprints. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but it has an Autobot symbol and kind of the blueprints of the guys inside. And Sky is going to just take up the entire middle of the table because she can. Or she heard something and now she's going to go. Opening it up, here's what they look like in the package. They're all in their robot modes. And yes, Sky is very interested in whatever, I think is it Honor or Leo? I don't know, somebody's over there. But I can already see some differences, but we're gonna see if there's more. And I'm gonna use my handy snippers to get these guys out. What's nice about this box, it won't make a mess on my table. It'll make a mess inside the box, but it won't make a mess inside the table or on top of the table, whatever. You know what I mean. First one out is Wheeljack. And of course he has his wings, which attach like so. For whatever reason, they did not strap down Bumblebee, but they did strap in Jazz. So we have Jazz there as well. A few accessories to get out. So let's bring these guys back a little bit and then zoom in. And so accessory-wise, Bumblebee has his gun. Wheeljack has his shoulder cannon, which can also be a gun. Of course, his wings. Wheeljack also has these little fan blade things that go on his back for now. And we'll talk about those in a bit. Jazz has his gun and his hand-mounted grappling hook. They have some energon rods, as seen in the original episode. I'm pretty sure they're a different color than the ones that came before. And I don't recall this jetpack for Bumblebee, so this might be new for the set, but Bumblebee gets a jetpack. I'm pretty sure I don't remember that. All right, so we are gonna go in order of how they appeared on the show. We are going to have Wheeljack first, because he was the very first Transformer. So let's put him on the turntable of doom and zoom in. And before I go any further with transformation and accessories, let's put him side by side with his previous incarnation. And let's see what the differences are, because there are some differences. So this is repainted in some ways. Now, the original had the shielding wing and it was totally translucent. This appears translucent, but it's got silver inside. I don't know, that might be paint or plastic, but the wings look different. The guns look very similar. This one seems to have a little more green on the tip. The bot himself, well, I can tell you right now the windows are a darker shade of green, and whereas the original was clear, this one has paint over it here, but these edges seem to be clear here, so they just painted part of it. The chests, the symbols and all that, virtually identical. The Dramatic Capture set has green stripes here, which are missing on the original release. The gray on the side appears about the same. maybe slightly darker. The gray might be a shade darker, but it's very close. And the wings on the original are white, the little wing things, and they are gray on the new one. So a lot of minor changes. The face, this one appears a little more grayish and a little more distinctive, but they're very close. So if you have this one's just a little bit different deco, a little bit different coloration. But let's take a look at this guy. So first of all, I don't like what he looks like with the wings. He doesn't, with this huge wing. I'm gonna take that off for now. I prefer him to look like this. He does not have a handgun, which is unfortunate. But again, you can use this as a handgun instead if you prefer. Gonna spin him on the turntable of doom. So they did their best and did a very good job of making the vehicle mode pretty much identical to the show. The difference being the robot mode, he still had the same robot mode that he does on Earth, which obviously since he transforms into a different vehicle, he couldn't quite do it, but they did so many great nods. He looks awesome. And you can see the fan things for blowing away fire, because that's how that works. All right, let's go over some quick posability while we have him here, but it's an improved deco, which is what you'd expect from a Japanese product. He's got some minor ankle swivels, so you can spread his stance a little further. You can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. And because of the way his legs are, it's pretty darn stable. He can kick forward. He can kick back. He can kick to the side. He can do pretty much a split side kick. He bends at the knee, and it's actually slightly more than 90 degrees. It's been a while since I've reviewed this guy, so it's kind of review for me too. Twist at the waist, all the way around. Arms can't go all the way around because of the backpack and lets you angle them out. And then, I mean, the swiveling's there. It's just, he's blocked. Bends at the elbow, swivels. His arms can also go out to the side. His little wing things can move. They can come straight up. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You'd probably want them like that. Head can turn all the way around. So there you go. All the posability. On his back are these little fans. Well, another spin on the turntable of doom, and let's see what he looks like differently in his vehicle mode. And Leo has decided to join us. He's rare in these videos, but he wants to help me with Wheeljack. Don't you, boy? So there he is in his Cybertronian vehicle car mode. Whatever it is, a truck. There will be no roll tests. There are no wheels. Just got the plate on the bottom there. And I just re-noticed, I guess, that the tip of his gun is actually clear plastic. Now, as far as changes in deco, here's the original. They are very similar. The design on the front is the same. The windows, slightly different shade of plastic, but it's very close. This one has an Autobot symbol on the top. The original does not. Otherwise, they are pretty much identical. Now, I didn't measure him in robot mode. Well, I did in the other video, so. But he's about 4 3/4 inches long, and a lot of tabs that you gotta press in. But yeah, not too much difference from the original. More differences apparently in robot mode than in vehicle mode. I mean, again, the plastic seems slightly darker, and it was actually a little more difficult to transform the new one. I don't know if it's because it was a reused mold, or just because I'm an idiot. You know, one of the two. Now, I may not have shown this in the original, but you can mount these on the side. That was not how they carried them in the original More Than Meets the Eye episode. But, I mean, it's handy, and you can carry all 6 if you put the other 3 on the other side. You can also put his window on, his armor for when the Decepticons are shooting at him, which looks similar to the original, only you can see detail. It's very hard to see. Well, maybe not that hard to see on the camera. You can see that this is transparent. This is not. It is got the silver underneath, so it's blocking any view, anything, any deco. No difference in the fans. Those can go on the fronts. And there you have it. The new Dramatic Capture Cybertron Chase set. He was one of the ones who was being chased by Decepticons. Which brings us to our next bot, who is Bumblebee. And I'm going to bring out the original release. Now again, I don't remember him having a jetpack. So the jetpack is a new accessory. I'm pretty damn sure. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd look it up on Wikipedia. Well, TF Wiki. But the main difference here is the shade of yellow. The original is much more yellow. It's a little more of an orange yellow. I don't know if it's more accurate to the show or not. I thought it was much more yellow. This, I think, is more accurate to the show, but this is the one that they just came out with. Difference is the windows about the same. Autobot symbol seems maybe slightly smaller on the new one. Slightly darker red. hard to tell. And other than that, the dark plastic looks about the same. The faces look about the same. It's just a difference in the color of the yellow. So all I can really see, he can just about do a Jean-Claude Van Damme, maybe slightly off. He does have some pretty dang generous ankle swivels. I mean, that is generous. Kicking forward, it's not that high. Kicking back, not that high. Side kick, not that high. So maybe a crescent kick would be better, but if he uses both feet, he can kick pretty high. Kick a Decepticon in the knee. Bends at the knee, swivels. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I showed Wheeljack, but I'm pretty sure that his legs swiveled, so you can watch the other video, make sure. I just got back from TFCon, so I'm a little tired. Twisting at the waist, he does. You might have to move his backpack a little bit because it rubs. Arm can go all the way around, just got it curved around these little wing things. Bends at the elbow, a little more than 90 degrees, and it's not just the gun keeping it from going all the way. Swivel, arm can go out to the side. Head is very stiff, but it turns. Those horns hurt the fingers. And there you go, everybody's favorite little scout. Only this one can talk. I don't know if that's a good thing. Oh, he's got Dan Gulliver's voice, so why the hell do you sound like Spider-Man? I don't know. Spin on the turntable of doom. I mean, again, he looks as much like Bumblebee as they could, giving him the alternate form. In the cartoon, they didn't have the restrictions of, I don't know, physics, so it's all good. Gonna take his gun out, and let's transform. So there's the dramatic captured version, and to put him right next to the original, again, the only real difference is the color. Now the gray on the gun seems lighter on the new one, and you can also add the jetpack while he's in vehicle mode, hovercraft mode, to supposedly make him speedy. I thought this was like G1, not animated. But if you want him to be the same, you just plug in the gun on the top. I would say, now that I'm looking closer, it's gray here and black here, so there is also a difference in the shade of that. The windows, darn close, maybe a slight difference in the shade. The grill, maybe a little lighter actually on the original. But there you have them now. Don't need to demonstrate this with both. And by the way, in vehicle mode, he's slightly over 3.5 inches, but you can open up the ramp on Wheeljack. And you do need to make some slight changes to Bumblebee to fold in his sides, but he can actually fit, you fold them all the way in, sorry, but he can actually fit inside Wheeljack from the rear. Logan, shut up. And then you should be able to close it, and yes, Wheeljack took him entirely, and you can't even tell. So I wonder if it feels good for Wheeljack. These fans keep falling off the new one. I don't know if I accidentally put the wrong ones on, but they look identical, so it's hard to tell. So yes, you can fit Bumblebee inside Wheeljack. Can go right up the poop chute. And finally, we have Jazz. Little spin on the turntable. He's got his gun. He's got his grappling hook. And when you put them side by side, there's not a heck of a lot of difference. Main difference I see, darker windows. The blue is a little darker. Aha. And the Autobot symbol, the blue is lighter here, and it's an Autobot symbol here. You have a white outline on the Autobot symbol, and it's a darker blue background. Headlights look about the same. Faces look about the same. Not really seeing a huge amount of difference other than the shade of blue and the Autobot symbol. Weapons appear pretty much identical. The black, if there's any difference, it's super close. So they basically made his Autobot symbol a little bit more prominent and his blue a little bluer. I mean, I like blue. It's my favorite color. So I actually prefer this new blue to the old blue, but they're still good blues and they're still pretty dang close. Why could they just done it the first time? All right, posability. We'll use the new one, of course. Full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Pretty darn generous. Ankle swivels, bends at the knee, kicks forward, kicks back, side kick, full split side kick, swivels, twists at the waist, arms go all the way around, nothing really blocking, bends at the elbow, swivels, arm can go out to the side, head turns, can even tilt it a little bit here and there, slight movement forward and back with the shoulders, pretty dang posable. All right, of course, all the posability is the same. Let's see if there's any more of a difference in vehicle mode. So there's Jazz in his vehicle mode, and again, it's just a little bluer. And actually in this mode, it's even harder to tell the difference in the blue. They're virtually identical. The only one that had major changes, I'd say, was Wheeljack. I am noticing on the feet, there's silver here and gray here, whereas on the original was gray and then darker gray. Again, very minor changes. So here's the thing. I like these sets. They're cool. I do wish they had done a little bit more changes in the deco. It's a little bluer with the new one, slightly. Oh, and on the bottom, you can see the blue goes all the way underneath on the new one, and it stops here. Again, such minor changes with Jazz. With Bumblebee, well, it's the old one, the new one, you have to come out and play. The plastic's slightly grayer, but the yellow is darker, and the Autobot symbol looks slightly smaller to me. Not a huge amount. And Wheeljack, again, minor changes in vehicle mode. It's just the Autobot symbol and the shield is different. And on the bottom, you can see his chest shield is more clear. This has silver paint on the inside. So I'll put a link in the description for you to get these guys. But to be honest, if you have the originals, do you really need the set? If you're a crazy completist like me, yes. But otherwise, you don't really need to get virtually identical bots. Now, if you missed out on the originals, this is a great way to get all three. As I said, I think the original is Bumblebee is closer to the actual colors. Be nice if I had popped that all the way in. Minor adjustment on Bumblebee because I transformed him so fast. But yeah, I like the original one's colors better. This is almost Goldbug. So hard to tell the difference between these two. And then slight changes in coloration of plastic. Yeah. So my final verdict, you don't really need the new set if you have the originals. But if you're a completist, you like minor variations, or maybe just want to display the box and have them still in there, that might be something that you want to do. Maybe you're an inbox collector. But honestly, it's not necessary. It's a little disappointing how similar they are to me. I like variations. If they change a few more things up, I'd probably be a little more excited about it. I'm glad I have the set, but it's more because I've set aside my curiosity and I can show it to you. So there you go. I'll put a link in the description actually to both the originals if you can find them and the new Dramatic Capture Cybertron Chase set. I mean, they are fun, but the originals were fun too. But I hope you're having fun watching these videos. And if you are, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That'd be very cool. I also want to say I got this brand new shirt that you should check out. It's kind of a nod to Dan Gilligan in a way, but it's also a nod to Frank Welker. Soundwave and his amazing friends. Link in the description for that. Oh, and I do want to thank again our sponsor, Toy Hacks. Check them out. They have amazing labels to make these distinctive, and they can glow up your new stuff and make look like new, well, mostly your old stuff. Plus, I have the armory and the backdrops. Check them out, toyhacks.com. And while you're mulling these over, you might want to take a look at this video over here, which is the Dramatic Capture Nemesis Bridge set. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.